Hello loves, thank you for joining me here at the Oracle of the Feather Crown Tree. We are going to do the weekly moon phase reading for the collective. Now, during this week, our moon is going to be in Pisces. We will then have a full moon in Aries. So we're building towards that, the energy's getting higher. And then we will be ending the week with the moon moving into Taurus. So we shall see what's going to come out here. Now, our center cards are going to be dealing with our emotional body. I'm going to be talking about how our physical and body and reality will be within the energies of this week as well, related to the moon, and also our higher self. So we're going to look at a multi-dimensional picture of what's going on here with ourselves. And the themes that are going to come through should be fairly large, as this is for the collective. So I'm pretty sure that we had this card come out last week, if not last week, maybe the week before. I will read it though, however it wants to present itself this week. So I know it's already coming through differently. So what I'm getting here is that when you're feeling balanced, when you feel like there's a good sense of equality going on around you, basically you know that you're in that state because you don't feel distracted. Your energy isn't being wasted by trying to get to a state of equilibrium. So in that state of stasis, you will find that your energy can be more accessible to the ecstatic energies that want to come through, the energies that really help you feel beyond the normal routines of life, that take you to these higher and higher states of consciousness. And one way that we may be able to express that is if we relate it to like the orgasmic energy. So I'm getting that from our first card out. Now let me look at some of the other ones that are adjoining it. So this is really getting into the space that I'll be talking about in the heart chakra reading, which I just did, which will be coming out later this week. Clearing away any energy that doesn't need to be in the heart space. For whatever reason, it's almost like you don't even have to think about it, you don't have to feel about it. It's just acknowledging that that energy is there and that it needs to be removed. And you can remove it by bringing more light, by activating that space and moving the energy out, clearing. It's like a chimney sweep, almost, like just clearing out the old residue that's in there. Which also feels like could help in this balancing process, because the energies can't even stabilize themselves if they can't even get through. If there's a block in what wants to come in to, restore things. And I'm definitely getting that it's in the heart space. Now, as a helper card, because I do include in each of the different aspects of self a helper, like a card of therapy. Let's take a look at what that card wants to say in this space. So I have the inner home, secure within oneself. The Shakti Mudra. This mudra's patron is Shakti, the goddess of life, vitality, primal energy. Think of her as a mother or companion who leads us through life and provides comfort in times of loneliness, when we feel isolated. That's crazy because we'll be getting to this other card here, which is isolation. Form a mental image of the great primal mother, and then ask her for what you need. Even the darkest night gives way to a new dawn when the sun rises and brings new hope, new good, new joy. I have confidence in the Mother Goddess who gives me her company and warming comfort. So that's how we activate this mudra. Now here it feels like we're going into a different portal as far as the energy that wants to come through. These are both really big energies to align with and bring through. You know, the thing is that we are really meant to be beings that are operating in these super high energies, you know, that we can communicate and channel this type of energy. It's not like it's a power that's going to harm you or overwhelm you or hurt you. But I think that when we perceive it in the mental space, we put it in hierarchy and we kind of assume that it's just difficult to get there. Like we have to work. I mean, that's such a human conditioning thing. We got to work. We got to earn it. This is, you know, I'm almost having a personal breakthrough even speaking of this myself. This is just purely about like opening and receiving it. Like there's no work that has to be done. There's no effort. It's effortless effort here. Like there's no, we have to evolve ourselves to get to a place where we can really, you know, deal with this. We're ready to go from the get-go here. You know, we've deprogrammed ourselves to deal with this. So this is really a natural state for us to be in. So maybe doing things that just make you feel natural can help sort of bring this energy back in for you and make you feel, you know, remove some of like the burden of trying to reconnect there, that is just ever present. It's just fully aware, ready to be. And because this is coming out in Libra season, I'm also getting that nudge to speak of it in that terms, you know, about just receiving. And really, you know, when we talk about Shakti, we could also talk about, you know, the Venus energy too, kind of that big love energy that wants to come through, the mother goddess energy of this time. And it knows how to receive. It knows the importance of accepting, you know, accepting love. Okay, I'm going to see what else we've got here. Now I pulled a couple of helper cards here. They seemed fairly persistent. Like I couldn't really get one over the other. And this one fell back, or it fell out when after I pulled this one, I was shuffling a little bit more. And then I put it back in and I kept shuffling and I pulled it. So I was like, okay, it's just meant to be. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm getting, again, like there's this feeling of belaboring the process, of feeling like you have to earn something, that you're not worthy of something, you're not worthy of being in the grace of the goddess or the godhead or, you know, just universal love and flow, and that you've really got to go through all of these routines and codes and practices and join a certain type of path and be part of this group thought to even get there. And in a way, in doing that, we've actually blocked the ease of it being acceptable. Like, it's just right there for us. But we've built these layers of structure and encoded everything and made a process of like an obstacle course to get to something that's just there. Yeah. It's like just choosing to block out the sun, and then it's like if we were to build a house and, which we do, and, we kept the sun out because we didn't put any lights in, but then, we created this whole obstacle course within the house just to get to the window, to open up the curtains to let the light in. It's ridiculous. So I'm getting that. I'm also going to see what this card wants to contribute. Yeah, this is kind of saying like know your power, know your intuitive instinct, know who you really are, know what you're capable of. You already have it within you. You just need to look at it directly. Like there's a directness coming through here. Like it's staring you in the face just as you're staring it in the face. Like it's wants to be just face to face. There's nothing that needs to be blocking it. Now, the assisting energies, or the sort of cards that came through as therapy, are both focus and joyful, which are from the Essential Oils deck. The focus card is about being empowered, which for me is really relating here, and the joyful is about elevating. So let's look at their trigger statements, which are, I don't want to be here, and I feel so low. And the truth statements are, I am exactly where I need to be, and I persevere. You are ready to allow the energy from the divine and Mother Earth to fuel you as you fulfill your potential here. Release the worry and fear and allow confidence, trust, and strength to take you to your goal, which is being in direct contact with the highest, the most high, whatever that is for you. I'm going to look here at the higher self. This came out, this type of imagery came out in one of the chakra readings for the week. Just this acknowledgement, again, for me, and even in this reading, of this higher energy. It's right there, always ready. We just have to acknowledge it. Just have to align with it. And again, when I was talking about it in one of the other readings, this space was barren. So there's something about releasing the distractions of your outer reality, making sure that you don't have a bunch of cluttered stuff. And I mean, really, that's the part of the whole being overly programmed in this realm. Like, it keeps us from our connection with source energy because we're so busy looking at all these other, details in the environment that we feel obligated to keep creating and taking care of and restoring. So the message I'm getting here is that it may be helpful for you to actually create a vision of what this higher energy is for you to help make it more accessible. Maybe you can create a mandala drawing, or you have an image of a deity, of something, or you could draw this, or you can find a picture that just really represents this for you. Maybe save it as your phone screen or something, or print it out and keep it near you. That having this actual imagery around you may help keep you more consistently focused on a higher power, in you aligning with your higher power. Yeah, and it's really about like as high as you can go, like the ultimate manifestation of your higher self or source energy or something there for you. Now, I did mention earlier that we have this isolation card. Of course, during these times, we've experienced a lot of isolation. And again, I know I had spoke of this in one of the other readings, that's probably helped us become more visionary, become more in tune with something higher than ourselves through that process. So that's been one good thing that has really, I think, been beneficial, of not being overly involved in the management of maybe personal relationships and just, this high maintenance reality. Not that we've all been able to step outside of that for great lengths of time, but this is, the way of like the monks and the nuns, they have to isolate from the society around them to really receive the messages and really create that connection with their higher power. And so I feel that that's very key to achieving this relationship, this ultimate relationship here. And that it coincides with, because this is a very blasé, it's a very neutral color. It speaks to me of being kind of in that state as well, like emotionally neutral, mentally neutral, neutral environment as in, not all the chaos and distractions. And, anything that feels like it just sort of is balanced, stable. Basically, you put these two energies together and you're in a state of neutrality. You're in the gray zone. So let's wrap it up there. I do hope that these messages will serve you throughout the week. Enjoy the full moon. And please look at any of the other playlists I have. I did release the monthlies last week, so those are good for the entire Libra season. They are per zodiac sign. And I'll have some more love energy readings out for the weekend in this coming week. Okay, please take care. Stay blessed.